Several years ago, I was forced into surrendering all my pets, and I only kept one dog, and that was Holly. At that time, I had 10 cats and 3 dogs. Two much larger dogs, and Holly being the 11-pound small one. I was able to handle her and the woman I was taking care of, so I kept Holly. It became quite evident that Holly was extremely lonely and depressed. She missed all her friends. So I went to the Niagara County SPCA looking for a small dog. They came up with the idea of a Pomeranian. And I'm thinking, well, it's a small dog, but it's also a super high maintenance dog as far as the fur goes. Lucky for me, the Pomeranian was off having dental work at another location. So the woman that I somewhat knew came out with Carmen. And I'm thinking, gosh, what a cute dog. Uh, they handed him to me on a leash, and they said to go outside and take him for a walk. Well, he wanted to take me for a walk, and I just looked at him and I said, you walk by my side or we're not going to do this. And I'll be darned if that dog didn't stay right next to my side for the entire walk. He was very obedient and just amazing. So, of course, they were watching from inside what was going on outside to see how we were interacting. And he just looked up at me, and I got down on my knees. He gave me a quick kiss on the lips, and I was hooked. So when I went back in, the woman that I somewhat know says, "You want to take him home for a field trip?" Now that is so out of the normal. Normally they have to do a meet and greet with the pet that's at the home before they'll let you take them home to see how they integrate. And I just looked at her. I was actually quite shocked, and I said, "Absolutely, I'll take him home, and then we can do paperwork later if it worked out." So I took him home, and he walks into the house. He gives Holly a sniff over. Holly sniffs him over. They play a little bit, and then he just flops down on the kitchen floor, and he sighed. It was like, I'm home. So within 10 minutes, I called the SPCA and says I'll be back to do the paperwork. It was quite hilarious because it just was so meant to be. It was amazing. But the story behind Carmen being at the SPCA to begin with, he was rescued from a backyard breeder who had 25 dogs in a very small bedroom, all in cages, for breeding purposes. Carmen had lived that life for 2.5 years. So he was, interestingly enough, he was very loving and very social. I was surprised that coming from that background, he doesn't have a mean bone in his body until the moment came to meet the male people in my life. Carmen did not like men. None except for my ex husband. And when my brother came over, he actually just went up to him and bit him. 3 times he did that before my brother said he was going to haul off and crack the dog. And I said, you got to understand, you know, where he came from to understand what was going on. So with food, Carmen quickly became my brother's best friend. Carmen now is very relaxed with all men. It's never been an issue. He is just the sweetest thing. So the downside, he is also high maintenance. Um, this dog's hair grows probably an inch to 2 inches every 4 to 5 weeks. It is just amazing. Now, I was having him groomed all the time, and it got to the point where, $60 every 4 weeks or 75, however much whichever one charges you, that adds up quickly. So I decided I was going to learn how to do this myself. Granted, anything you see in this video is not professional at all. I have no clue. But I do a halfway decent job, and he's happy and I'm happy. Um, it's just amazing how quick this dog's hair grows. Now, I used to do his grooming the same way the professionals did. Keep his ear hair really long, so it's all cutesy and stuff. And the only thing I do is the tail now, the feathers on the tail. I don't do the ears anymore because he likes to bury his head in the couch and just rub, and that just creates all kinds of knots and mats in his ears. I also realized that his ears stand up when he doesn't have all the hair on. It's kind of weird, but it does. This particular session took me almost an hour and a half, which it normally only takes me 45 minutes, because I let him go too long, and the hair on his feet was actually covering the pads because it grew so long they knotted together, and so it took me 45 minutes all by itself just to do his feet. So today I fine tune because it's still not quite right, and I'll clip his nails and he'll be set for another month. And I really like to thank you for watching my video. Like and subscribe. I will feature another dog. As you see, I have 4. And I'll feature each one once a week or so and see what happens. But they're just my best friends. Carmen has a special place in my heart. They all do, but just this one has a little bit more special. Yeah, he's so cute. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I wish you all a very fabulous day. Life is what you make it. You know, love everybody that you come in contact with, because all we have in this world these days is love. Bye-bye.